The mission of the Lord's Lunch is to provide a hearty meal to the lonely, the homeless, the unemployed, the working poor, our seniors, and our children in a welcoming atmosphere. The Lord's Lunch received a $10,000 grant from the Matthew 25 this year, and it's very fortuitous for us this year, given the pandemic and what we've had to change, and also the fact that our food donations are down this year. So we've had to spend a lot more money on food than we normally would. Because we are doing a lot of curbside, we now are buying paper bags and all types of containers that we don't normally buy because we were serving food in-house. And we used real plates and real silverware. Now we're buying plasticware and containers to put everything in, this size container for this, that size container for that, all those things that are an extra expense that we certainly in our wildest imaginations didn't think we were going to have this year. So we've had a lot of extra expenses because of the pandemic and the way we've had to change things, that the Matthew 25 grant has really helped out a lot and is going to cover most of those things. The first part is our Saturday meals, and pre-COVID, we would come in Saturday morning and make a meal. It would be 2 batches of soups, either a sandwich or some kind of entree, depending on what was on the menu for the week, a side dish, fruit, chips, desserts, coffee, tea, lemonade. Clients usually arrived and came in here around 11 o'clock. We usually had tables with bakery items that they could peruse. Some weeks we had racks of clothes that they could look at, and some weeks we also had bags of non-perishable foods that they could take home. Then at 11:30, they'd all get in line and we would serve them food. Today, we now do curbside. So we come in, we have one soup, and again, we have a sandwich or an entree, a side, chips, dessert, and fruit, and a beverage. We bag that all up, and then we give a bag to each member of the household. And they just come into the circle, and one car at a time, we bring out however many bags they need.
My role involved with the Lord's Lunch, luckily, is that I have a basic oversight role. The volunteers who have initiated the Lord's Lunch, and in its many iterations as it has grown over time, are very active and very proactive in making sure that everything works effectively. So it's a beautiful experience.
5 years ago, I was laid off from work. This program helped a good bit because, like I said, I couldn't, afford getting stuff on my own. I just thank Maria because she went above and beyond what she did.
I was asked by Maria to help out put non-perishable bags together every other Saturday, and it just turned into something more rewarding than I realized. And if I miss a Saturday, I feel like I'm missing a part of my life. Seeing the people, seeing their faces when they receive it, it's, you don't know when you yourself are going to be on the flip side of this. So I come in, I help her do the bags. During the week, we think of meals, especially on Saturdays, to give out for them to come and get. And they line up early on Saturdays, but during the week, it's all the camaraderie that you see the people come. They thank you. You can see it in their faces. And it's just, as you say, paying it forward is basically what we do.
We have several food distribution programs. The one that you're going to see tonight is called the Good Food Box. That happens 2 Tuesdays a month. We'll get a delivery of food from Central PA Food Bank during the day. We have volunteers who come in and unload everything. And then we also have food distributions on Monday and Wednesday. The food comes in through the Feeding America program. And then finally is our summer feeding program for kids called Kids Feeding Kids. They come in and we give them a hearty meal And in some cases, they're taking part of their meal home because it's too much for them and having it later, or maybe for dinner, or maybe lunch the next day. So, these are meals that they don't have to worry where they're coming from. And these families are making decisions. I have to pay my rent or my mortgage. I have to pay, utilities. But there's no money left for food, or there's very little for food. So coming here, when they come on Saturdays, they're getting a hearty meal. It's nutrition dense. Our soups are always packed with good vegetables. So not having that available would be a real strain on their already strained budget. When we were first starting this, we felt that we were called to care for our brothers and sisters, that we needed to follow the gospel's mandate to feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, and to welcome the stranger. And we have worked very hard since the beginning to make this a welcoming atmosphere for anybody who walks through the door, whether they've been here 5 million times or have never been here before. They're all treated with kindness and respect and welcomed